Hello, I'm Sharon Taylor, founder and CEO of the Business Vision and Development Center. And this is the C Project, the Sister Entrepreneurship Experience Project. And I'd like to welcome two of my guests this evening. I have Lucy Glover of Toluca Studio, and I have Alvia Cumberbatch of CAC Investment.
Investments. Yes.
Okay, and so you ladies, Miss Cumberbatch was on last week, but Lucy, you were not. So let's go ahead, Lucy, and reintroduce yourself. Talk about your business, your products, and services.
All right. Thank you for the introduction. I'm Lucy, one of the founders and creative directors of Toluca Studio, which is a visual identity studio, specializing in brand strategy and visual identity. What comes along with that is logos, web design, reports, presentations, and even designing social media campaigns. With over about 15 years of experience in graphic design, working with nonprofits, local and small businesses and entrepreneurs.
Okay, Miss Cumberbatch, just to give you a little background on Lucy, I think I met Lucy. I met her a while ago, but about 3 years ago, I think we kind of started working together. She's done my logo, she did the banner behind me, she did my website, she did all my brand identity to include the do I call them a flyer, Lucy, that I put on social media.
Oh
She
yeah.
did all the templates for my
Mhm.
social media. So that's who she is to me. I have her on retainer. She does my newsletter, and it just saves me a lot of time and effort. And when we met and I talked to her and got to know her, now it's like she kind of lives in my head. I just say, I kind of like something like this, and off she goes. And
Right.
then if she sees something that she thinks I like, then she'd be like, you want to think about this? And 9 times out of 10, 99, 10 out of 10 times, I take her recommendations. So that's
Thank
who
you.
Lucy is to me, and I'll never let her go. Just like I won't let you go, Miss Cumberbatch. So if you
Wonderful.
tell Lucy about your business, your products, your services, and what you do.
Okay, well, great. Well, wonderful. Great. Lucy, I love all the stuff you've done for Miss Taylor. So you do a great job. In 50 years of experience, you don't look a day over 15, 21. 15, 15, 15.
Fifteen.
I know, I'm joking. Oh, I know I do look young. I
Well,
ain't that young though.
right.
Thank you. Wonderful. Well, like Miss Taylor said, my name is Avia Cumberbatch, founder of CAC Investments LLC, which is founded by um, sponsored by First Financial Security, which is my brokerage firm. And what we do is we help people with financial planning. So we help people teach them the 5-year retirement plan. We teach them how to make sure they're on track to hit their goals for their retirement. So think of it like building a house, right? You build a house from the bottom up, right? Instead of the top down. So we help people put together their financial game plans to make sure they achieve their goals and their retirement goals, with kids' education goals, all areas of personal finance. And Miss Taylor has been my client for some years now. She's amazing and wonderful.
And I'm on a budget.
Nice to meet you.
So with that,
She is on a budget, so she can still afford you. I make sure that's in that realm.
yes, that is we make money. We have opportunities for our priorities.
Yes. Yeah, you're right.
So today's topic, I wanted to talk about social media and how we use it to market our business, our products, our services, and whether you really use social media or not. So I want to ask you, each of you can take a turn, because I know in because you have two so different industries that you work in, and your demographics are probably different. One, do you use social media? And two, if you don't, what are your marketing techniques? So I want you to kind of address both the social media marketing, if you use it or don't, and why. So, Lucy, you want to go first?
Sure, I'll go first. No, we don't use social media, but this year we are trying to use social media more in marketing. Necessarily, we don't use it because most of the time our clients that we do want aren't really there. However, it's a good platform to showcase what we do, showcase our work. And I say my clients aren't there, but if I haven't did it, how do you really know if your clients are there or not?
I'm
So
there, Lucy. I'm there. So
I know you there, but you didn't meet me there. You know what I'm
no, I
saying?
didn't.
So most of my marketing comes from word of mouth.
Okay.
So into my business, we let that trail for a very long time. That's a very important marketing technique. But now we are getting into marketing on Instagram and LinkedIn, mostly our focus for this year. Yeah, and a lot of different marketing. Like I said, we just started marketing this year. I think email marketing is something that we're focused on social media, and then just word of mouth, keeping up with those connected to you already.
And Miss Cumberbatch, the same thing. How do you get your clients, and do you use any social media platforms to market your business?
Great question. So yeah, so it's kind of similar to Lucy in the beginning. We did just mainly grow by word of mouth, because I believe customer service is the most important thing. So I work hard to make sure my clients were satisfied, and always, if you know someone who needs to, plan ahead, interested in learning about the 5-year retirement plan, please refer them to me, because especially in my business and what we do, it's easier when you have people that are referring you to other people. It makes it, the presentation and the introduction is a lot smoother and easier. But now we have been doing a lot more social media marketing. I need to do more videos. That's my challenge now, right? Like, I'm really the behind the scenes kind of person. Miss Taylor knows me. Sitting out in front of people and doing that is definitely something I'm working hard on now. So, but it is important. I've noticed just the change in my business is getting people to interact. And I do believe that it's helped the business to grow a lot more, if not more organically, if that makes sense. So more and more people are starting to see our brand, see our name, know what we do, know how we help people. So it's definitely made a big impact, and we're just getting started. So I'm excited to see where that's going to take us in the next couple of years. I'm doing I'm all about positive reinforcement too. So I make sure I post at least something on a daily basis, not just about business. So I think it's also important because a lot of the different marketing classes I've been to said, well, you got to be personable. People have to know who you are. They have to know something about you. They have to see you with your family. They have to know that you're a real person and not a robot, right?
Right.
So, okay, that makes sense. I can do that. So I started doing more of that and kind of incorporating that into the business as well. But I need to put myself out there more on social media and do videos with myself. So that's something that I'm working on this year, especially because, as I said, word of mouth has been how the business has grown so far. But now I'm starting to look at more ways to grow, like with lead generation and things like that. And I've seen companies that's all they do is social media marketing, and they do very well at it. So definitely understand, especially in today's world, it's very important to have a social media presence everywhere.
Yeah.
And I think when the pandemic hit, that caused all of us to kind of shift
Yeah.
in the way we did business and think about business. But for me, yes, and Lucy always talks to me about this because she's sort of like a business mentor when it comes to branding, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm still trying to get my rhythm because I like to do videos, but I like to just chit chat about whatever. And Lucy
Right.
was like, well, what is your call to action? Do you have them going, directing them to do something? And pretty much I'm just on there just chatting it up because I love to talk about business. The other part of that is social media platforms are so, to me, difficult to get the swing of what to do. And I just figured out how to do a live, last year. And now we're way past lives and doing reels and split screens and
Right.
so that's where my challenge is, finding the right, not vehicle, but just finding my way through the social media mayhem to reach a particular audience.
No, that's respectful, Sharon, to feel that way and think that way. It is overwhelming. It is a lot to grasp. Especially, I'm a millennial, yes, but we was born in this. It's different for me. Like I don't need to be on there putting myself out there too much. So I understand. I'm right with you. But it is important to know which platform to put all your energy on, and to pivot if it's not working. So there's so many platforms out here. You never know that you could probably get more viewers from LinkedIn than on Instagram. You can probably get more viewers on YouTube than something else. So I think it's important to look at all the platforms and see how it can work for you and your business because everybody's different. So
Okay, Ms. Cumberbatch, I'm gonna direct this question to you. Have you thought about using a content creator or even Lucy? Because I really think Lucy could be her own content creator because she's a
mm,
graphics kind of person. But have you thought about you hiring somebody to just do all your social media and just be done with it?
I have, and I actually the first step I took was a social media site. So what I do is it makes it so much easier where I just put everything on that one site that I want to post like for the week, and then it'll post it to all of my social media platforms. Hootsuite, it's a great
mhm.
vehicle that I've been using. I love it. It's done very well for me because I get very, very busy, and Miss Sharon knows this 100%. So it makes it so much easier, and I'm working toward, and I agree that's a great point, something I should look into because I'm really focusing on more automating my business now to the point where it can run without me. Right.
And
So
could you say the name of that again for me?
Hoot, Hoot Suite. Lucy, have you heard of them before?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
I
We
haven't.
dabbled
Where
in.
have I been? Apparently not on the right social media platforms.
No,
Yeah,
it's on all. It helps send out your
all of
message to
yeah,
all of them at one
correct.
time.
Yeah. It's
So let me just ask you about that, Miss Cumberbatch. So do you have to give them pictures and how kind of explain to me a little bit how it works?
a good question. So yeah, so what I do is I put out there what I want to post on each of the social media networks. And the great thing about it is you schedule the time you wanted to post. So I did research by taking marketing classes at what times are good times to get to people, mornings, evenings, in between, what days are better for what certain things that you're going to post. So you can post the same thing to each of the different social media networks you have, and it'll do it all for you. All you got to do is set up the system and it'll have, the information for each of your social media accounts, and they'll just boom, post it all out on those accounts. The only thing that's different about it that I'm learning too is I work through technology because to me and technology, we have a love-hate relationship. So I'm working on getting better with that, right? I love it. It doesn't love me so much. But it is more trying to understand all of the different features because it has so many things that you can do on it that's so way above where I am right now with my technology language. Um, but it's a great platform. So what I'll do is instead of having to post to each individual site, I'll put like the
Mhm.
pictures out there. I'll put a little saying, so you've seen some of my stuff, Miss Sharon, so you know how that works for me. And then I like I said, putting out positive things. So I make sure like one day a week, Monday and Friday, I'll do. Mondays is more for just a positive thing to start off your week. And Fridays are, I call it my inspirational Friday days, right? Is where I kind of talk about something that's important to me or something that's on my heart. Like, we need to focus on this. Let's start to try to work on this. And I've gotten great responses from it. So then during the week, I'll make it, it'll be a business, something about a business. Maybe it's real estate for me. Maybe it's finances for me. Because I feel like it ties in, right? Because it's all a work in progress. Different ways I help my clients create passive income streams because I believe in them and I use them myself. So and then, like on a weekend, Saturday or Sunday, I post about myself or my children or, something like that to kind of give people a background about myself and what I'm doing. Or if I had an event at work, I'll take videos of that. So I'm being more conscious of when I'm out doing things. Okay, take a video. I see people, it's like, I'm eating today, I'm walking today, I'm going here today. It's like, all of that, I got to get better with it because, I mean, they're posting like 3-4 times a day. It's like they do
So
eat
much.
all the time. Like, what is this? All day, all they do is eat. But
No,
people
for real.
watch it. They like to watch videos. So,
And that
yeah.
leads me to my next question concern. Because I'm like you, Miss Cumberbatch. These people, this is a 9-hour job. It's like, what are they doing all day? Just taking videos and posting all day. So do either of you think it becomes too much? Because it's like getting on this gerbil wheel. I can't keep up with them. If I do 1 or 2 a day, I'm like golden. And some people, I'm like this constant loop of seeing people. So do you guys think that there ever becomes a time when it's just really too much?
For it to post, I mean, that's why I don't post that much because it is another job. And now if I were
really just even for the viewer, not
even
for
for
the
the viewer,
poster.
yeah. I think for the viewer, if I could continually see you, I would get irritated and be like, yeah, I don't want to follow you no more. Like, you just posting too much for me. So I've actually stopped following people because they post too much, actually.
But see, it's funny because in today's world, that seems to be
The
what
way to
people
go.
want.
Yeah.
It's what people want. It's if it weren't the case, then there wouldn't be so many YouTubers and people out here that are making Instagram, people who are making all this money for just posting anything, right? Pretty much on a daily basis. And half of them, you look at them, you'd be like, what in the world? But that's what grabs people and brings them in, right? It's like, what are you doing? It's like, but that's the way, that's the society we become today. I mean,
Yeah, you do have to post a lot for the algorithm. You
correct.
have to post.
Exactly.
You do have to post a lot for the algorithm, but
Correct.
it should be good content. Really,
It makes sense. Yeah, it should be. But have you noticed, just from experience, most of the time it's not the ones with the good content that get all of the likes in the
It's
people.
the buffoonery. It is the buffoonery.
I didn't want to say it. I wasn't
This
gonna
is why
say
I'm
it.
not on social media. This is why.
And then people are constantly trying to get more followers and likes and subscribers. And yes, I can attest to that. But I also know that as you get followers, likes, and subscribers, that doesn't always lead to revenue. It just leads to followers, likes, and subscribers.
Right.
So what I'm trying to do is try to put the pieces together where the followers, subscribers, and likes lead to revenue. And I don't know how that happens.
I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna just say, like, nothing. I don't think anything that you do just for money will ever work out. You have to have something in it to make it work. So what I'm saying is, social media works for people that enjoy making content, enjoy putting it out there, do it all the time, and then revenue comes from that.
Okay.
To me, that's even like working and business passion. Like yes, you can do it for money, but you won't be satisfied. So I think you said you love talking. That's what social media is
Just keep
for.
on talking.
Keep on talking. People, if you ever look at somebody's social media, people talk and they consistent about the same thing over and over again. It be 4 6 years they've been consistent about the same thing over. This sometimes it's not an overnight thing. It's not a fast thing to start getting viewers and making that revenue. But I think if you do it for the passion and the love, and you just like to do it and share that knowledge, I think it will come, the revenue.
Well, thank you.
Yes, yes, I agree. And it's also about what you want to post, right? The things that you're driving people toward. So yes, maybe do more of you going out doing stuff, right? If you're out and you're eating dinner, or you're at a restaurant and you love the service, or stuff like that, start posting more of that so people can see Sharon not just as a business person, but oh look, Sharon has a life. She actually is out here. She's doing that. Right.
You have a life, Sharon. Stop playing.
Walking on the beach, seeing the sights of people on the beach, put yourself in there for a second, and then go back to what you're doing. Like people just like
very personable.
Right.
They like to be
The more
personable.
personal, I was in my marketing classes, they were telling me the more personal you become and the more you fall in love with what you're doing, the easier it'll be for people to start following you and start wanting to see what you're doing and see the business and see what you're up to. So it really is like Lucy said, it's about loving what you do. So if it becomes
and then it's like you become somebody that they really know. Oh yeah, let's see what Lucy's doing.
Right.
Let's see what Miss Cumber.
Right.
Like they really know you personally, and plus when you do it like that, they can see the art. They know when people putting on a show, and they know when people are authentic, right?
Yeah, right.
So they get to see you. Like with me, when I do it, like I don't have no makeup, hair ain't done. Sometimes I haven't even brushed my teeth, but it's who I am. Look at Lucy. But you get, when you get me, you get me.
Right.
And so, but do you guys in your industry, do you go on somebody else's page just to see what your competitors are doing? Let me see what so-and-so is doing over there.
Always. Yeah, I love to do that, especially because I'm like, well, what are they out here doing? And then I look at how many people they have following them, and not just the people following them, because anybody can have followers. I'm looking at, okay, are they getting interaction from the people that are following, right? So are they getting not just likes, or people conversating with them? So those are the ones I focus on the most. Okay, Jerry's getting likes, but no one's really commentating on it stuff, right? So then
right, it's easy to just click the button.
Right. And I'm like, oh, Tom, people are responding back and saying stuff. They like this, they like you doing this, and I'm like, okay, but I noticed that Tom is out here he's eating all the time, and he right, he's like, okay, well, that seems to work. And now he will talk about his business, but he gonna have a meal here. I said, I ain't never seen somebody eat so much in my life. I swear.
They like that type of content. So he know his followers. I mean, you have to know your audience. So he know that I get a lot of likes on here, so I'm gonna keep on posting it. Yeah.
Correct.
I think I think for me, if I don't have this behind me, I feel naked. It's just like if I'm just out doing something, then I have disconnected. It's a funny feeling that I have.
So do you think, right, do people do business because of BVDC, or do people do business with you because of Sharon?
Because they like
because of me.
Yeah.
Because of you. So they want to see you.
Maybe it's a security thing. You know, I have a lot of issues. Not a lot, a few.
I mean, yeah.
I tote this banner around faithfully like my purse.
Go
If
to the
I'm in a
park, put that
restaurant,
drink
I'm
up.
liable to pull it out, pull it up,
That'll
Hey,
get you
that's
more
so
followers
funny.
when they see that thing flagging out your
and
window.
my trusty card. I always have these cards wherever I go. You need
That's
Right.
good brand
directions?
recognition,
I'll
though.
write them on a card.
Right. That's good. That's good.
That's
Yeah.
not. It's nothing wrong with that. That's brand recognition.
That
But just
is.
know that people doing business with you and not BVDC. But it's good to show your logo so people can connect the two. So
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, well, ladies, unless you have some other questions or comments, I'm going to yield back your time. And I really appreciate you, but go ahead. Floor is open.
I'm just going to say I had took some notes for marketing strategies just to kind of let people know which other items could work other than social media because I don't do that
Thank
much
you,
social
Lucy.
media. So just making sure you have a professional and up-to-date website. So when I say that, making sure your phone numbers work, making sure your links work, making sure your photo is professional. You know, that's your first impression. A website is like a store. When somebody comes in it, when somebody clicks in it,
Mm-hmm.
it shouldn't look a mess. It should look correct. So having that website up, making sure your SEO words, so keywords, so when people are searching for you,
When you say SEO, please tell us what SEO. I know what it means, but let's share what
search
SEO
engine
is.
Optimization.
optimization. Yes, a mouthful. Which is just a way of saying helping you increase your rankings on Google or views. And some people take that like they always want to be number one, but you can't be number one if you don't have a competitive name. So, but that's a whole different
That's a
thing.
whole nother.
That's a whole different thing. But just making sure you have your keywords, making sure you're set up on Google Console, Google Analytics. That's important. What else? Do some partnerships and collabs. So we do that because we don't do a lot of social media marketing. We always looking to partner and collab with other people that are in the same lane as us, but may not be offering what we're offering. So if someone does web development, we do web design, but if you need a coder, we don't do coding. So we'll partner with someone that might do that and then you know, make some money that way. And then email marketing, and of course, last but not least is directories, getting in spaces that have lists of there's a lot of companies that do black owned businesses, women owned business, LGBTQ businesses, and they have all these lists of they have their own following. So if you get on their platform, just like if you get on someone else's podcast, that also allows you to reach out to different viewers that you may not even think are listening, but get on other people's platforms and show up where you're least expected. Yeah. So sometimes I like going to I'm a graphic designer. I'll go into, so that's how we met actually. Was it, the government? What was that?
You and I?
No, yeah, no, I thought she was in this group. Well, it was a government group where it was like a lot of government contractors. And it's like we showed up there and we was a part of that group and no other designer was in that group. It was all just government contractors, but all these government contractors needed websites, they needed business cards, they needed all these things. So showing up in a space where you're the only one, um, gets you good business as well. So those are my little tips that I do. Yes, I'm not on social media.
And thank you for that. And I also know that yeah, I just got to get out of it, get out there
Yes, that's the one.
into the public space. So I'm working on that too.
We are working on it.
Yes. Yes.
Any last words, Miss Cumberbatch?
Yeah, I think it's just, be yourself, Sharon. I mean, you're amazing. So just let people see that side of you, right? See that personable side of you. I know for me, it's helped me because I've grown to the point where people see me and they're like, oh, okay, she's a real person. Oh, I like what she does. She's out in the community. She's helping people. It could be anything, volunteer events, helping people, whatever you do. If you receive accolades from someone, like I receive, little texts or sayings or emails from clients like, oh, thank you so much for what you do. So just promote that kind of stuff. When I win award or win contests, I'm just constantly putting it out there. And it's great because now people are following me and they're like, oh, I'm so excited when you post stuff. This is the best part of my day. Thank you for uplifting me today. And that's my niche for me. I like to uplift people and spread the positivity. That's who I am. So that's been working for me. Like, Lucy said, you got to find what works for you. So Sharon has to find what's her niche, what works for her, what she likes to do, and then bring people in and say, hey, this is me. This is what I like to do, and just let them see who you are. And so it really helps when people can identify with you, right? So put yourself out there more, and people go, okay, if Miss Sharon can do it, then I can do it too, right?
Oh yeah, if I can do it, they definitely can do
Right.
it.
Right.
But the other thing is, like you said, it's about having a joy for what you do and then it shows up in all the other platforms, because you can tell when somebody just, not really, they're just there. They are just there. And so I really do believe in doing your purpose, sharing your life's purpose, having joy, and the money will come. I do believe.
And the money will come. All right.
I
Ava,
think we're all part of the same tribe here.
Hey, what's your social media? What's your Instagram?
Miss Cumberbatch, she's talking to you.
I think she froze.
Hers is CAC. CAC _ Do you see it yet?
Is it Home Holdings?
Let me just pull it up.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay.
Ava AP Real Estate.
Yep. That's her.
All right, follow her now. So I can get some more inspiration.
Well, I'm gonna end this.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you. And Lucy, we will get together, and Miss Cumberbatch, if you can hear me. And hopefully you two will do your own sessions. And we'll see you on the other side.
All right. Thank you. Have a great night.
And thank you for showing up to the C Project.
Hey.
Like, share, and subscribe.